welcome back to Gordo's Games. It's Gordo here bringing you some more Digimon TCG content. So today we're bringing you a deck profile from something I took yesterday, which is Sunday, which is the 20th of June, which is in the past, possibly in the future when you're watching this, but it happened. Believe me, I have content. I went 3-1, only losing one round with this deck. Obviously, you might have seen by the thumbnail what kind of deck it is, or made some speculation as to what it is by the title. The only round I lost was to Megazoo. And generally, I haven't tested it thoroughly enough to say if that's a bad matchup as of yet, but I believe it is. Previously, if this deck was what it used to be back at 1.5, that was a good matchup. But with some of the alterations, it actually becomes a slightly different matchup. And at the same point, the new Megazoo variant is completely different and a lot more controlling. I will have a deck profile for that one though. Stay tuned. But for the time being, let's get into the deck profile, and if you do enjoy the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you know when this content goes live for you and you don't miss a thing. So let's go. Here we are, the old faithful setup. So, just a quick shout out for anybody that doesn't know. Charity event, 27th of June. We start at 4 o'clock. It will be the chance to win one of these. There is only obviously these are only just given out and stamped at the event itself, so if you want to get one, by all means get involved. It's £5 donation. It's going to Worldwide Cancer Research, as you can see, or you can donate as much as you'd like. All proceeds are going to charity. It goes, when you sign up, you literally send it to the Just Giving page. We handle none of the money, so it goes straight to them. So if you do want to help the cause, if you do want to play some Digimon, why not do both at the same time and take part? Link to the Discord will be in the description. Link to the best Coast Pairings to get yourself registered. The link to the Just Giving will be in the description as well. So I want to see more of you there. I want to see you get involved, and I want to see us raise as much money as we can for charity as possible. After my ad now, let's go into the deck profile. Okay, so some of this deck isn't optimal on the basis I don't have all the cards as of yet. I'm still waiting on some of my pre-release stuff, particularly Pulsemon. Before anybody jumps and says, "Where's the Pulsemon at?" Trust me, I'd run it. I saw the value last night, and I will share with the content that goes up with it. Let's go into the DigiX. We run 4 of Upamon. Allows me to draw 3 or fewer security, which we can get down to 3 or fewer quite easy in this deck. But I do think the draw pile's necessary. It does put a lot of work in, lets you see the right cards. It's just a generally good card. It was a good card last set, it's a good card this set. Alternatively, we run a 1 of Coromon. You could split this however you want, depending on how much of the deck you want to function in that way, because we are using both the mechanics here, and they are both triggered 3 or fewer. So you can go 3 and 2, 4 and 1 the other way around. It's completely down to you. But this one just lowers by 1,000 on swing, so it gives you that added bit of reduction on some of your cards, which can pay off. But we have other things that do that. So we run 5 DigiX. Level 3s, I believe we run 13. So this one's kind of sad. Just the 1 of Pulsemon. I only have the 1, alright people? Don't judge me, don't hate me. It isn't my fault. I have 3 on the way, but I've had to wait for the pre-release kits to be sent to me. So it was a bit sad. Amazing card. If you think of Gobamon in blue, where you get to draw a card and play for 3, that's great. If you think I get to draw and potentially get a memory back, even better, becomes a 2-cost draw. The card is just so good, especially when you pair it off with the Angel Woman. Now, we run a 4 of Patamon. Patamon, because we are using the reduction, so it's nice to get that memory back. Obviously, I know things like Terriermon and Gaziamon and things like that, all the memory blockers are becoming a bigger thing, so things like this could get cut at some stage. But I feel like on the odd occasions, if they can come off, they really do pinch things back for you, and it did save me in some of my games. So it's just a really good card. Run a 2 of Bushi. Has rush. It's strong. You know, it does. You get that off the Angel Woman. That's a happy day right there. Things like these off the Angel Woman, you'll get value. But I don't want to see too much of this, because I don't want to have to hard cast it for 5. That's just not how it is. Saying that, I did have enough money to hard cast it for 5 and take a game, but I don't always do that. That's not always going to be the practical scenario. And we run 3 Salamon. Recovery. We are harming our own security, so just having something to recover back is necessary. We do need some things to try and stall out a little bit. We're playing into a hybrid that's kind of aiming to have a good early, mid, and late game. But sometimes you don't always draw the best. You need something just to keep you in it. And then we run 3 of Salamon. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -1000 DP for the turn. It's always live. There's no other criteria. It's just when attacking. Honestly, I don't think you need this that much. I would possibly, depending on your meta call here, I'd either drop this if you don't want to run the DP stuff, reduction stuff for the Pulsemon, or I'd drop some of these down for the Pulsemon. That would be my call. But I feel like this one's more necessary overall for this build. So run 13 there. You just have to look at the new mats, don't you? You know, just when you get a new shiny mat, it's just good. Alright, level 4s, we run 11, I believe. They're pretty standard because yellow's level 4s aren't anything spectacular. They're just standard. 4 Toriyamon. It's vanilla, it's 1 cost evolve. It makes sense. And then the blockers, obviously replacing the Unimons. We run 4 of the Pidamon. It's 1 cost blocker. It comes in handy very, very often, just having that 1 cost. I mean, yes, yellow, you can run the additional Unimons just to keep yourself safe, because if you are, and like I said, if you are taking your own security, you won't have extra blockers. But I feel like this does enough, and I feel like the rest of the deck does enough. And we run 3 Repamon. Really like this card. Obviously, I know it's not the 3 cost, 1 cost evolve. That would be nice, but then that would be too good, having all this cheap stuff here. But it puts in a lot of work, allows me to play it out. If they've got a tamer down and I'm at 0, play this down, I'm about a level 4 out to set up for a level 5 the next turn, and then possibly into a 6. So this puts in a lot of graft. So that's my level 4s. See, it's all pretty much standard things here, and I know you're thinking, oh, it looks like Shine. Definitely looks like Shine. Could be Shine. Level 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 level 5s, standard as always. We run 3 of the Angemon. The one that lowers your opponent's security attack by a 2. And then when attacking, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, you may play 1 yellow level 3 Digimon card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Really strong. This card saved me in multiple games. I was left with no security. I had no other bodies to get a blocker out, but I was able to swing my level 6. So I played this before, then I went into my level 6 to clear out some things, but they still had bodies. I'd already minus the security of the thing that lived, so it couldn't take game from me. They had 1 erasing. I swung, played out a level 3, then I went into hit 1 for 1, which meant I survived another turn. And yeah, it's just all around just too good. To go along with being too good, the Shinegreymon. I would run 4. I don't own 4 right now. I'm waiting on my last one. The card itself is one of my favourite cards this set. It adds so much variety between red and yellow, and what you can mix between. And that 2k reduction is massive. If you get a Koromon with it, that's a 3k reduction. That's killing a rookie. You get Salamon with it, you're killing a rookie. You pair that with a Shinegreymon after swing, so it's like you swing, it's like, oh, I can't kill that last 2k, or I've got 2k left to go. 2k from this. And Shinegreymon not often dying when it swings anyway. That's just how it's always been. So it's a really, really good card. And the Digiburst too, it's like the problem with my problem with Shine in the first set, 1.5 set, was the Yellow Rise is really, really strong, hands down. But it was very you had to force yourself out of raising, so you couldn't just take your time. It's like, okay, I need to raise out, I want to get a free tamer down, throw down the Rise. They pop the Rise, or green suspends it and then runs through it. They do all these things to get rid of that Rise. So this gives me a safe one. As I can go to this Erasing, bring it out, Digiburst 2, then go into it, and I have an extra. I've got a tamer down for what I needed to do. It could be that extra like 3rd or 4th tamer, which allows me then just to come out whiteboard. And that's what I like about this. It's a really strong card, and it looks nice. I want an ult. I'm gonna have to get an ult. And then last but not least, we've got 2 of the Rise here. Yes, I have the ults of these ones. I like these ones. I made a point to get them. Really strong cards still. Don't take anything away from this. They're both good for different reasons. This one allows me to play a bit more safe than Raisin. This one allows me to have a more of an aggressive board, right? Because I'm playing out Tamer still, but I've got the security attack live, and with one of the other cards in this deck, it's pretty stupid when that goes off. So there is the level 5s. We run 8. Now, as you guess, I mentioned him a few times. We're going to level 6. If we run 7 here, we run 4 Shine. Shine to me is still a stupidly strong card, and I enjoy the deck. I know there's a lot of luck there's a lot of luck based in it because you need to be hitting tamers from your security, but I just feel like Shine is a good deck. I like playing it, enjoy playing it. It's got a nice play style as when you don't see all the pieces you need to how you can try and stay in the game, so it's good. I'm a fan. But being able to spend all of your yellow tamers, for each tamer you spend this way, you activate the following effects. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP for the turn. That's strong. That is really strong. Missed times with one of the tamers we've got, which is sadly, yeah, the tie, where we do run that. But that's fine because we can get that triggers by other means. But also as your turn, this Digimon gets a plus 1000 DP for each tamer you have in play. So this becomes a very, very big beat stick. And the reason I say it's trying to mix between early, mid and late is this guy, 3 Wargrey. This, now I've looked at the Wargrey deck, I'm under no quarrels that the Wargrey deck is just as good on its own, and probably the Shine with just adding the Rise in is just good on their own. But I feel like they can synergize quite well, because this deck, if you get down to your 3 security, Kari becomes live and Shine thrives at being at that added memory. This, when you get to 93 memory, you got the Angel Alive, everything like that. So this helps you self trigger on those kill turns, as well as giving it added kind of aggression. Because you get 3 tamers down and you have this underneath this. If you survive weak checks, first and foremost, so that's the key part, you're taking 4 bits of security in 2 swings. That's a lot of pressure to deal with, and there isn't much. If that goes live, there's not much coming back from it. Especially with if you're going to follow up the turn after, or so with a Shinegreymon to say, okay, your board you just built, I'm just going to get rid of it. You know, there's a lot of pressure added by this, and when they work in synergy together, they really do work. So run 7, level 6 is there, and besides the cards look amazing as well, especially this one. I mean the ult's amazing. I'd happily have a playset of it, but we'll stick with what I've got. We don't run the Glorious Burst in this, so I'm just going to say that, because I couldn't find the space for it, but we do run 2 Chaosmon, which adds that extra bit of pushing power to it. Because it used to be a case of if you swung with your Shine, if you didn't manage to clear their board, and they had a big body, your Shine was going, or you'd have to put a blocker down for your blocker to go. But then this is your last point afterwards, so you Shine, you get the turn stays on yours, swing with the Shine, Chaosmon clear out anything else that you missed. And if they just delete this, I get 3 memory back anyway. So it's like a 3 cost level 7 overall. So it's a really, really strong card. I really do rate it. 2 I think was just enough. It did pay off to have the 2. Alright, so moving into the Tamers. We run 3 Kari. I would run 4. But I'm just trying to make space for everything I've got and trying to get the most value out of it. I possibly would go back to 4 if I'm honest after using one of the cards. It's just because being able to go up to 7 is massive if you have them all down. But I do run the 2 tie. One of them was cut for this, and I like the card. It's great with all the other DP reduction. It just doesn't go off with Shine because Shine triggers at the same time where it's suspended it, so you can't suspend it to gain the memory back. This is good with Glorious Burst. If you are playing just a general Shine, this card is really good because it does make you Glorious Burst minus 2 to cost instead of just a 1. So if you have 4 of these down and you have a Glorious Burst, that becomes a 1 cost already just from these because you tap it to gain the memory back. So that's pretty good. And then standard 4 TK. You can't play less than this on the TK. You need it to be able to search through your security. You need it just to be able to stack your hand that little bit better. It puts in so much value. All of these tamers are required because, I mean, all in all, if you have all of these out with a Shine, that's a 36k DP reduction across the board. That plus having Chaosmons and having Wargreys to follow up is massive. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that it's always going to happen. You're going to have the tamers down. Trust me, the reason I believe I lost the magazine matchup was because all my security was tragic. There wasn't a single tamer in there. so nothing was proccing, nothing was giving me more threats. I didn't have the piece in hand. I had a lot of rookies, and the first game they played down the Lotus, and obviously, as we know, once they play on a Lotus, I'm playing things suspended, so I can't even slow them down with a blocker. So yeah, it was just not practical. Really wasn't. But other than that, I played. What else did I play against? Played against 2 purple decks. One Dan Devi, which I won 2-0. Close game. Went down to the wire a bit. Obviously, it was making me trash a lot of cards in my hand because Dan Devi was recycling out, which I really do rate the deck. I'll have to give it a try myself at some point. And the other purple was Anubis. I think it was Anubis or something. Yeah, well, I think it was Anubis and Lilith, something like that. I went 2-0 against that. I was relatively in control majority of that game there. So when I went 2-0 there, the last game, theme here, more purple, but it was purple Mastermind Recovery, and I'll be honest, it grinded me down really early. The Mastermind was burning me out. The War Grey wasn't as live in that game as I would have liked it to be, but some of the War Grey pieces like the Angel Woman and that really did save me, and the Shine put in a lot of work because I did manage to get all the tamers I needed down. I managed to bring them back from being I had 0 security to actually come back to winning the game. So really happy with how they played out. I will show you the content. I will show you that game action there itself at the end of this. But if you do like the deck profile, if you do have any suggestions for me as well, I'm open to suggestions. Like I said, I want to be spending a bit of time creating a large amount of decks this set. I want to get everybody involved. I will be looking to do deck building sessions on stream. If you haven't checked me out on Twitch before, Game of Gordo, I'll leave the link in the description. I do stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and tournament days, and yeah, I'm just always happy to talk nonsense, talk about cards. We all love cards, and just enjoy the game. But if you do like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. From my side of things here, let's go and put some Digimon on for you. Enjoy the games.